Good afternoon, everyone. You're welcome to the live class and the live session for this project. I could see greetings coming in. Mustafa, Otto, you are all welcome to the class. Nice to have you here. I welcome all of you. It's by my time it's 3 o'clock, but let's see if more persons will come in or they join us as we start and as we work on. So without wasting time, let's just have this. Let's have a review of the ADDIE model. What do you do after development? Now, if you look through what we have been doing from the day one, we started with the ADDIE model. We have been able to look at the A, the D, and the second D. Now, what we have not done is the I and the E. And at the A level, we say analyze. We have been able to come up with the analysis, look at the various levels of analysis we need to carry out, which we could classify as need assessment. When you want to write a course material or you want to set up an online program, even when it is not online, normally you carry out what we call need assessment. And it is that need assessment that will give you a direction of what you need to do. Please, can we mute ourselves if we are not speaking, please? To make the class interesting, please mute yourself. But when you want to speak, you unmute yourself. And after speaking, you mute back. Please mute yourself, please. So we can all enjoy the class. Now, the A, I'm still talking on the, please can we mute ourselves? I'm still talking on the A. On that A, you need to carry a lot of analysis. And the analysis will start from the learner. You want to know who the learners are, what the learners want to know, what they need to learn. And you need to find out if you have what is required for them to learn those things they need to learn. If you don't have, where do you get it? What support do you have? You have to look at the institutional support that you're going to get for them to be able to learn those things you need to learn. And if you have to start developing the online course, you equally need to find out the kind of support you might receive. And there is this error that is often made, even now, even with the advent of COVID, that error is even becoming higher. When we talk about online learning, what comes to our mind immediately is the technology. Technology can never drive it through for you. Technology provides support. You have to put the pedagogy at the center. And that is where you are carrying out the analysis. Because if you do not know the content, the curriculum that you want to work on, then what support are you looking for? You need first and foremost to know what you need before you start thinking of the support. It's like somebody who wants to build a house. You need to make up your mind, though, am I going for a bungalow? Or am I going for a story building? Or do I want to do a duplex? And that will inform the materials that you will require. And that is what will inform what you will tell the architect to do for you. And the architect also will want to know what is the kind of topography you want to build your house. And they will say, well, I can't work for this alone. I need the engineer to help us look at it. So you don't have to drive using the technology. Technology is important, but technology coming as a support. So you that is the designer working on you are at the center of the pedagogy. And if you don't have the pedagogy, you look for who has it to drive it. It is when you are done with all the analysis, then you are sure that, yes, this is a project I can go into. Now you go into the design. At the design level, you are now building the skeleton. Just like the architect, yes, you have brainstormed, you have agreed, this is the kind of apartment I want, and this is the way I want it structured, you have visualized it. Okay, let me put it on paper, design it. After the design, you now go into the development. It is the design. When you want to build a house, you look for the architectural drawing. Even when you are giving it to an engineer to work for you, the engineer will ask you, where is the drawing? It is the drawing to now be put it into place in the physical. You are going to see that you mount blocks on and say, yes, this is a house. At the drawing level, you may not really call it a house yet. And even when you take it from the drawing level, you take it to the model. Please, can you mute yourself? Abimbola Ojo. Now, you still need to come up and say, okay, let me even take it to a model. Then the model is there. Even if the model is as big as the house itself, you cannot live in it. It's still a model. So until you take it to the development stage. At the development stage, you are now going to cut the foundation, put in all the cement, the granite, everything you need. Okay, I've set the level, the DPC level is ready. You start building until you finish. That is the development. So in the cost development stage, whether online, face-to-face, whatever, you still pass through the analysis, you have designed, and you now take it to development. When you develop, that is where you can say, yes, it's now handy for use. It's now handy to be read. It's now handy to be deployed. And at that level, you take it to the implementation. And at the implementation stage, the first thing you now need to do is to subject what you have developed to testing. And we make sure there are two ways you will now test. It's either you use the beta test or you use the pilot testing. If you now want to use the beta test, what do? You look for the professionals like you to look into what you have done so that they will look at and see, oh, is this right? Not just one person, not two. Take as many as you can. Because when you are bringing in professional, there will be somebody in the content area. You have to bring in, for example, an instructional designer, and you have to bring in maybe a graphic artist and the rest of it. They look at it and say, okay, it goes well. Then it is where that is achieved, still within the implementation level. If you want to now use the pilot, you must look for the same sample, the same audience you want to deploy that material to use sample of them to test what you need to do. Then you now deploy it. Send it to school, you now use. And that process, when you get to the end, carry out the summative evaluation, you now evaluate the process. Like now, we have sent you a questionnaire. Please, can you mute yourself, please? It's not a difficult thing to do. And it will just create a decent environment for us. If you are not speaking, mute yourself, please. Are we finding it difficult to do? Now, if you now do that, you carry out the evaluation. Like now you have questionnaires that have been sent to you, and that questionnaire is to evaluate all we have been doing. We are evaluating our process. We are evaluating the analysis, the development, the design. And when we get your feedback, we are going to use it to improve on this process. And we use it to improve even on the next one that we may want to work on. So it is always very good to walk through this. So in this regard, I have come to say that using ADDIE is very simple. We have come to the development stage practically, but on your own, you cannot go to the implementation stage. And I've equally explained how we can carry out this implementation process. And with implementation, I've said 2 things you will do. Either you use beta tests to find out whether what you have done is right, or you use pilot tests before you deploy to your students, then you carry out evaluation. So that is ADDIE. Again, I will quickly do a small demonstration for us how to add link to a word or group of words. Because when you are embedding your OERs, definitely you're going to have some links. You know, in the process of development, we did mention on how you can come up with your OER. Either you are using it as a standalone or you are embedding it. Now, we did mention if you are using it as a standalone, remember, you have to ensure that material everything you have in your course, in your learning lesson plan. If it doesn't, then you are not using it as a standalone. And I did mention most times it's difficult to have that. So you could embed, but when you have it and it's purposeful, it's fine. So I'm going to share to quickly demonstrate to us how we can embed a link. I'm going to share back, but at this time, I will just bring up something that will help us embed a link. Now, let's assume we have this. This is an example. Use this to demonstrate how I embedded the link I did. Now you have gone to search for the resource you want to use. And now you have found the link to the resource. Here, this is the link. Please, can we mute ourselves? Please, can you mute yourself? Or should we end the class?
Sorry, Prof, can you handle those ones individually and
it's not easy for me to be handling, talking, you know.
Yes,
what it is,
but it's difficult. Yes, it's challenging.
Prof, maybe you make one of us admin to help you, to assist you underground, so that anybody making noise, we can mute from our end. Can you make me an admin?
No, who is speaking now? Let us take a decision. Should I take off whoever that is disturbing the class? I take you off the class.
Yes, ma'am. I agree with you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That's okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I don't know why it's difficult for us to mute ourselves. Just mute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. I also
when
agree
you
with you,
want to speak, that is where you are mute.
Once they are disturbing, you remove them from the class.
Please take them off.
Please, who is this person speaking in Hausa? You are distracting the whole class. So that we can focus, please. Ma, can you check out this person, please?
Prof, can you mute everybody from your end?
I've muted everybody, so people are muting themselves again.
Then
you
anybody who does that themselves.
Eh?
Hello, I plead with every one of us. We are all matured. You shouldn't unmute yourself unless you want to. The purpose of the lecturer not muting us is for
please
interaction.
Don't unmute again, please. Honestly, I feel we were all mature. That is why I left program it this way. If not, maybe we would have gone webinar that people will not be able to mute themselves or mute themselves rather. Okay, like I was saying, there is something I needed to demonstrate. I was obstructed because of the too much noise. Okay, let's assume this is the link you have gone to look for. Now you have the link. What do you need to do? Copy the link. Either you use Control-C, or you put your cursor here, right click and say copy. Now, where do you want to put the link? You are embedding the link. Here, if I go by the example I gave to us, to be able to have adequate planning, you need to know the types, because that is what will be the types of educational, the type of data required in educational planning. So I have highlighted it. I cannot come, under my highlight, I right click. If I right click, see link here, if you could see my cursor, and I come here. If I just click on link, it will link it quite okay, because that is the URL I have copied. But it's always better to click on this insert to bring out the window for you. The reason being that from here, you'll be able to give a command for it to go to open another window. Because if you are reading a material and you don't put in that command to open another window, and in open on the same window, sometimes you obstruct what you are reading, because you need to go back before you can come in again, especially if it's video. So if I come here under target frame, you see I've brought out another box. And this box, you have it. I can now come to this small place. See, click here. You have same frame. If I click on same frame, it means it is on the same place. When you open, it will stay on top of what you have on set. You go back. If I say whole page, it will cover the whole page. If I say new window, it's always better to click on new window. It will open in a different window. If you want to set it as your default, you set it as your default. And you say, okay. It means anytime you come in, it will open a new window. And I say, okay. Once I say, okay, this is it. You will see that it's showing that bluish thing. It means it is linked. Now, how could you test it? If you are now sending out your material, it is better you now put it on PDF. If you put it on PDF, straight away, when you click, it will just open. But if it's not on PDF, click on Control. Then as you move your mouse close there, you see it will be showing you a palm hand, like a palm. But if you don't click on Control, I just bring my cursor here, it will not show, you can't click. Or like I said, you save it in the form that it will give you the PDF. However, if you are using a cracked Microsoft Word, you may not be able to turn your work into PDF. But if you are using a genuine Word, you'll be able to do PDF. So right now, if I click on the Control and bring that here, I'll be able to click now, and it will take off straight to where it will open. If I don't share and unshare. So that is how you do that, and it will open for you, you walk along. So let's go back again to where we stopped. I want to go back again. So that one that is playing from my system. That is the one I opened just now. So let's see it. It has opened. I thought it would take some time before it's opened. This is it. That is the one we link. You know, they will always have an advert. You can remove the advert, and that takes us there. So we are going to come out of that place right now, and we continue from where we stopped under the link. So this is for the link. And after that, we have the assignment that I gave. And the assignment, you see, it's a work course. Some people have already submitted. As I yesterday that I checked, about 70 people have submitted. I'm looking towards 1,000 plus. And we're going to walk through it. Like we said, on the 10th is going to close, because we'll have to create time to work. You know, the whole exercise is going down so that you can earn your certificate. Choose any course of your choice. Say the stakeholders that you will need. I've explained the stakeholders as we are explaining the ADDIE model that you will need. I will drive that course. So right now, pick any of your courses you're already working on in the regular section, in your face-to-face. Just pick one. You already have a course. Now, if you have to take that course to online, who are those that you will need that will support you? Now, those are the stakeholders for the course. Are you going to need an instructional designer? Are you going to need institutional support? Are you going to need an IT personnel? Well, what are they coming in to do for you? So you say that. Then as a write to learning objective based on that course. A course you'll be taking, just write to learning objective from it. Then for each learning objective, I said derive a topic, because from the learning objective, if it is written, it will help you come up with a topic. What are you trying to do? You are trying to break them into chunks, into bits. Now, take one of the topics and derive 2 subheadings or subtopics. Then from that subtopic, write 2 learning outcomes on each. Remember, you are now moving towards the student angle. So when you write the learning outcome, we say, okay, prepare your lesson plan. And when you prepare your lesson plan, remember, you write the learning outcome. You are going to show the previous experience. And that was the prior learning, which I did not include in the first one. So please include the prior learning because it's very, very vital. It helps to guide what the learner needs to know before he can do what you are doing now. Sorry, I've been talking since about 10 o'clock today till now. So if you don't do that, you won't be able to know exactly what you need to do for them. Then you come up with the learning outcome, follow up with the learning activities. Then you've come up with the key topics you want to build on that learning activities from the learning outcome. Then the resources. Remember, it's when you are defining resources. That is where you will say, okay, maybe I will use OER or not. But first and foremost, it must meet with your learning outcome. Then you talk about the pedagogy you're going to use, attach the numbers of hours that you require. When this is done, you now look at, we have looked at the course, target audience, you look at the duration, look at the minimum hours, look at the start date. Why is the start date very important? Because that will determine whether you need to write from scratch, you need to adopt, you need to, and when is it feasible for you to really come up. The course objective, the major topics, I've talked about that. Then you have broken the 2 topics. All these are ones I just giving you what I've just explained now. Now, once that is done, you come now with the learning lesson plan, which I've equally spelled out. But remember, I said with the lesson plan, we have to do something, and that is it. Work on this. You need this or your lesson plan. I didn't add it in the formal one, the prior knowledge or the prior learning or the past experience. I think previous experience. I think in the discussion forum, somebody was asking, is this the same with previous experience or prior learning? Yes, it's the same. There is no difference. It's the same thing. It's just a matter of semantics using words. That is all it depicts. Somebody is raising hand. Whatever question you have, just keep it. There is time for question and answer. Now, having done that, you now go on to come up, identify the OER that meets the learning resources in the lesson plan. Again, remember, you have already spelled out what you are going to do as the resources here that you will require. So what you're going to do right here is to come up now, look at the resources you have stated in this place, and look for OER that meets it up. And in this case, like I did mention, could it be your OER is something you can use as a standalone, or you're going to embed? These are issues that you now need to come up with and know whether it's something you're going to do. Now, develop the content for the course using the information in the lesson plan. You hold the lesson plan and use it to develop the information. Now, at the content you develop using OER as standalone or integrated, explain what you did. Some persons have not done this, and some did. Where you are now using, bringing out this, let us know. Did you use it as standalone? That means everything you have stated here in what you say you will do in your lesson plan, everything you have stated here in your lesson plan, you are saying that this one is standalone, it meets up with it. So if you have that, fine, let us know. Or you want to integrate, let us know. That will be fine. But let me quickly say this, for this assignment, you cannot finish a whole course. All we just want to see is the mastery that you have gained. It may just be one small, that's why I break it down, take just a tranche of it. Now, the deadline for submission is 10th April 2022. Now, having said this, I will call on my colleague to take us through on how to submit assignments. Some people still have some challenges, and also how you want your name on the certificates, because it's the way you program your name on the platform that the platform is going to pick and use it to write your certificate. And when that happens, we will not be able to do any correction for you. So two things my colleague is going to do here are how to submit your assignment, we'll take you through it. And secondly, how you want your name on the certificate, how to say, put it there in the platform. So at this point, I'm going to unshare my screen and I will call on Mr. Okafor to quickly walk us through it. After that, we will take questions. So please just put down all the questions you have. We are going to attend to all, but we just want to walk through this because today we are attending to everything. Mr. Okafor, please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Prof. Okay, Prof, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. It's nice having you around. I would have to share my screen. Let me quickly show us how to submit our assignment and also how to our profile, because we need to also edit our profile name. Now, it's very important that we understand that while the certificate is being issued, that the certificate is going to be automated. And since it's going to be automated, it's going to be issued using the name you use in registering for this MOOC. Prof, just a minute, ma'am. I already submitted the assignment, so I want to delete what I submitted.
Okay.
Yeah, I submitted the assignment for myself, so I have to take that out so I could show them how to do that. Okay.
Okay, maybe what we might do while we are waiting. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah, I want to share my screen.
Are you ready?
Okay, just a minute. You can go ahead, Prof. I will join.
Are you ready?
No, that's okay, you can go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, let's look at something else. Now let's take questions and answers while he's working on that. Then we'll come back again. Questions, I want to call on, Dr. Kumar, sorry. Please ask your question.
Hello. Madam, actually, I have submitted, already submitted my assignment, but this column.
You have the floor. Hello, we can hear you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Are you able, yeah, are you able to hear me?
I can hear you. Speak up, we can hear you.
Okay. Actually, I have already submitted my assignment, but this column, prior knowledge, is not included, was not included in the previous document actually. So should I resubmit my assignment?
No, you don't need to resubmit, but when you now want to do rework that you're going to be using in your institution, please add it.
Okay.
You know, like I told you from the beginning, we are not going to score, but we give you feedback. The purpose of it, we want to be sure that yes, we can now implement it at institutional level when you live here. So if you have submitted, you didn't include it, no problem, but just have it in mind. The subsequent ones is good to include it. It was my own error.
Okay, no issues, madam. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Okay, so Dr. Sefinat is raising hand.
All right.
Please, you can lower your hand if I've already attended to you.
Yes, thank you, Prof. My step is still, for instance, you've told us how we can add link if we are using OER. But if peradventure I develop the material I want the students to read, how do I add the link?
That is what I just demonstrated.
Okay.
That is just because that link, which link are you using? Is it not link you have gotten from somewhere?
No, it's my own material now, and I want to add it. I don't know.
That your material, where is it?
It's on my laptop.
No, if it's on your laptop, two things you can do. If it's on your lap, that way you are not using, you want to add a link, a material to your work. There are two ways to it. You have to look out for the type of LMS you are using. For example, if you are using Moodle, it gives you that opportunity. If you are using, I can't remember all their names now. It gives you, it's a place you are going to place that, your material within the LMS before you can pick the link. It's not something we can demonstrate here now because we didn't work on the LMS. If we have worked on LMS, then there is a place, you first of all take it to your LMS, then from there generate your link that you are now going to use. So it will not be in your laptop. It will be within the LMS. Or if it is your own video, like my own video that I shared with two people, I've already uploaded it in the YouTube before I could pick the link to share. So any LMS you are using, if you want to do that, call the attention of the IT personnel and tell them this is what I want to do. Then they will help you to achieve it. Because first and foremost, you must put it into where you can create a link for it. Have I answered the question?
Yes, you have. Thank you very much, Prof.
We call on this name, I find it difficult to pronounce. Is it Sergeant? SYT Sergeant.
Thank you, ma. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, very well.
Good. My question, ma,
please,
is about
that ourselves again, please.
Ma, it is a dark issue about linking. During the lecture, in one of the videos, you show us that linkage can be done in two ways. The one you have just demonstrated, and there is another one where you see the right click here.
That click here is the same thing. All that I just did, that type the here. Okay, let me just demonstrate that. It's the same thing. You just type the here. When you type the here, then you link what you want to link. Look at it. Okay. You see I groups or where all you just need to do, you say click, you type it, click here. Isn't it? So yes. What do you need to do? You just highlight the here.
Okay.
There you now right click, the same link you are bringing it. So we are linking. You know, like I told you, it's good to always link it to the new window, okay? Okay. So if you now want to make it bold, highlight it, you can bold it, you can enlarge it more, you can put it in a different color, and so on. So the same thing I've done. Is that clear?
Thank you, very much clear. Thank you.
Okay, I'll go to the next now. Mustafa Bolaji.
Thank you, Prof. Can you hear me, Prof?
Very well.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, I thank you for this presentation. In a case whereby the institution does not use LMS and you have some OER you want the student to benefit from, so can we use something like WhatsApp or Facebook, and how can we do that? That's what I want to know.
You know, in this instance of WhatsApp, Facebook, because if you are just giving them the link without linking it to, because if you develop, definitely you are linking it to something. Because we are looking at how the best way it works online. You can write your material, develop. At least you'll be giving them procedure that will link to that thing you want them to read. And after reading, what follows it? Type it. Please, can that person mute, please? What I will advise, I just want to showcase something here. Now, let's assume this is my normal class. We don't have LMS, but I want my students to enjoy this. I do my normal thing this way. Do you get it now? And that's what I was saying just now. You can now put it on PDF. If I PDF this, let me see. I don't know if you are seeing my system. If I put it on PDF, then I want to share and look for the PDF. It comes up. I can send that to my student now on their WhatsApp, or to be more meaningful. They are just sending it to WhatsApp where you have not actually done what you needed to. Just sending the link to them just on WhatsApp like that may not actually provide the actual thing that would benefit them. I'm trying to get it done so that you see the PDF version I've created. I thought it came up. Let me see. Okay, I've seen it. I'm opening the PDF version. I'm looking for where it opened. I want to show you, because if you put it on PDF, then it makes your work better. It brings it out better for you. And that is what you can now say you want to share using your WhatsApp or any other means you want to reach, or even through email, any other means you want to reach them. But if you have not put it in that level, definitely that thing you want to do will not really come out too well. My network is a little bit. Okay, I think maybe I did it before. I'm trying to locate it. I'm not seeing the PDF, but maybe I will come back to it if it's taking our time. I don't know where it's hiding. Okay, I will come back to this. I don't know where it's hiding. I've opened a PDF. I don't know where it's hiding. But however, I will come back to it once I see it so that I will not waste much time. So take it to PDF. You have prepared everything you need to prepare before you send it. Don't just send the link to them like that. So when they are reading, it's like your notes, the notes you already have in the school. You can walk around it, build it, that will be self-learning. They are studying it, they are going through, and they will be enjoying it. Now, let me even use the example of the ones I sent to you people that you downloaded, where you were working. You know, it's on PDF. As that one is, I can send it now through WhatsApp, through any other means to them. But you see that when they are reading it, it could be flowing. It's not just the link alone. I don't know if I answer your question, Mustafa. Hello, did I answer your question, Mustafa? Okay, maybe he has some internet issue. Habib, your question, please.
Good afternoon, madam. We are talking about the prior knowledge. In lesson planning, when we talk about prior knowledge, it comes in two levels. Level 1, you are talking about the previous knowledge, and level 2, you are talking about the entry behavior. So be explicit. Which one of the two do you want us to apply?
But you consider both. You consider both. When you are looking at prior knowledge, some people still describe it as your entry behavior. What is the entry behavior? The knowledge you gain that is going to sustain you, or what is being expected that you should have known. You know, for example, if I want to teach Bodmas, I want to teach students Bodmas, there is a prior knowledge I have in mind that these students, they have known how to add, how to divide, how to multiply, and how to do brackets and so on. So if I now bring in Bodmas, that prior knowledge is already embedded. So you have it in two ways. Assumption that this is what they're supposed to have known, or this is the knowledge that the students have already gained. And that is why you need to find out what is the characteristics of your learners, because the characteristics of the learners will now enable you to know whether that assumption you have that, yes, I want to teach Bodmas, and before Bodmas can be done, you would have been able to do your division, you would have been able to do your addition, multiplication, you have assumed. But maybe when you now go to your analysis, you discover that maybe half of them don't really have the knowledge. Yes, they have passed through the elementary schools, they would have gained the knowledge. So what do? It means you have to build in something that will help them build up before you introduce the course. And that is why you discover in some cases in classrooms, you see students not performing well. So they don't know anything. They don't know anything because they lack the prior knowledge. And to the teacher, you are assuming that these students should have mastered this. And we do it in the classroom, in the face-to-face a lot. You say, but what is this? No, you don't know how to multiply it by 2. You don't know what it is. So if we get all this done, I think it will cause a great deal. So the two have to be considered. Now I will take I have 5 hands raised, 4 hands raised, more. And after that, we can attend to any other one so that we can continue with the other things we need to do. So right here, I'll call on Jerome. Please, if I've attended to you, just help remove your hand, drop your head. Okay. You have the.
Good afternoon, Prof.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, my question is in the area of submission of assignment. We
are going to do that now.
On my desk. Yeah. I had 2 files on my desktop, and the other one was a trial one I was working on, but unfortunately they had the same name. So in submitting, I submitted the one I was trying to scribe. So I want to see how I can send my correct file to you now.
Okay, sir. Mr. Okafor, please take note of that. For somebody who submitted the wrong thing, he wants to make a replacement. How will he do it? So I will handle it when you are dealing with your section. Thank you. Then Ngozi Blessing, please drop your hand if you have already been attended to. Blessing Ngozi.
Okay, Prof. Good afternoon, ma. I don't know if, are you hearing me, ma?
Very well.
Okay, thank you, ma. Please, ma, I have a problem with my assignment that actually been struggling. And the problem is being able to download a video from OER material that I can use as as learning activities for the students. Just like you said, for them to view the video that has to actually be created. That's actually my problem, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Okafor, please take note. Did you get her question?
Yes, I did. I got her question.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Take note because you will attend to it straight away. So I will only take the last person, then we go back to what we are doing because we still have other things to do. Ebenezer, you'll be the last for this strand of questions so that we complete other things we need to do. Ebenezer, you have the floor. Okay, Ebenezer is not forthcoming, so let me give the space to somebody else. Professor Salihu.
I appreciate with this type of training you are organizing for us. I just want to put it to you, Prof, man, that can't we have a community of practice as far as in order to improve the quality of teaching and learning in the classroom situation? Hello? Hello, ma?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, great. You get my question, right, Mr. Okafor?
Yes, I'm with you, sir. That we should have a community
of practice, whether there should be a way of interacting after this training, maybe by WhatsApp, by Telegram, or by whatever, across the globe.
Okay, that's a good one. Prof is not online, but I recall the previous MOOC we had. We had the participants, they actually came together and they created a group for themselves, which is really not in line with the MOOC. But that should be the decision of you participants because we might not be there to moderate it. If you understand what I mean, Prof.
All right, I'm getting you.
Yeah. I don't know if Professor Juliet is still online. She's no more online. So
her network was having problems.
Yes.
Can I have my question, Mr. Okafor? My question is for you.
All
Can
right,
I please ask? Okay. In the last Zoom meeting, you promised to send a video to us on how we can locate OER resources. So please, how far about the video? Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. I think at this point we have to go back to our session. Sorry, I had a
hello.
Hello, I can hear you, Mr. Okafor.
You can hear me. I don't know if Prof is still has the floor. But anyway, yeah, I was supposed to. Yeah, I promised it.
Please, all questions. Please, over to you, please, Mr.
Yeah.
I'm handing over to Mr. Okafor to take his section.
Fine. All right. Thank you very much, Prof. I want to quickly answer Miss Dr. Akiemi's question. Because I recall I promised to create a video for how to find OER. Yeah, she requested for that. I said I was going to do that, but honestly, I don't know. But from my presentation now, I will just show us some of these things. I won't take our time. But let me start with the first one. That's how to submit our questions, our assignments rather. Let me share my screen. Okay. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, fine. So, okay, so, Actually, I actually logged in as a student now, so I could show us how to submit our assignments. Of course, we all know where the assignment is. The assignment is in week 2. Below the 4th unit, that's unit 4 of week 2. All you need to do is to click on the assignment. I'm having a bit of network issues too myself, but I think it should come up time. I don't know why it's taking this long. It doesn't take this long. Wow. Okay. Wow. It's taking too long. Okay.
Mr. Okafor, please unmute yourself. I have to mute everyone because of that sound.
Okay. Okay, fine. So, all right, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, fine. All right, good. So now this is the assignment. It's open. Basically, it's just the same way we upload attached files to our emails while sending and all. All we need to do, click on the submit. It gives you 2 options to choose your file and upload. You can actually still save your assignment without submitting. Now, because I recall someone had an issue with submitting the wrong assignment. Basically, that's why you have the option of saving your assignment before you submit. So I'll quickly just look for a file on my system, preferably a Word document. And of course, there are extensions that is being supported here. You can submit your PowerPoint, PDF, ODT, text, and so on. But our advice, we stick with Word documents for easy assessment. Now I have a file attached, which you can see here, week 4 quiz. I upload it. Now it's just on my system here. It has not been uploaded. You upload it. You can see it there. It has been uploaded. All I need to do is to click on submit assignment if I choose to submit the assignment. And if I want to save it to submit later on, probably I'm not sure of what I've done, I want to submit later, you could save. But I want to submit, then I submit the assignment, and that is it. The assignment is submitted. Now you get a feedback for the submission. Secondly, what I also need to draw our attention to is our profile. Now, the essence of this profile, it also helps us in keeping track of our activities.
Mr. Okafor, before you go to profile, have you
Yes,
attended to the person who submitted the wrong file and now want to resubmit again?
Now, for the person that submitted the wrong file, it has been submitted. It has been submitted already. Now,
so what will the person do if he wants to resubmit?
Well, I will need to attend to that from the back end, because the file has been submitted.
Now, can we request that Mr. Okafor, can we request such persons that have such challenge to send you their details so that you delete what is at the back end and they resubmit?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
they
in
do
that
that.
case, please, can you type your email address that they can reach you with on the chat?
I'm doing that now.
So for those of us that have such challenge, you have wrongly submitted, or you even want to check, fine, but let's not be beyond the right time because we'll start assessment after this class. So if you've already been assessed, so just try and send it in today.
Please, yeah, exactly, ma'am. I need them to send it in today, so I'll quickly work on it. Yes,
because if not, you might not catch up with it.
Exactly, ma'am. All right, ma'am. So also, then for the profile, I want to really just to show us how to edit our profile. Now, let's remember that how you registered on this MOOC is how your certificate will come. So the name you use in registering, because I could see some of us use our nicknames and maybe our initials and all of that. So we want you to go to your profile name, be sure of how you want the name to appear in your certificate. So I'm going to show us how to edit it. It's quite straightforward. Just come here. As you can see, this is it. You click on edit. And you edit your profile name here. It's coming up. Okay, so here you edit your full names to what you want it to be. This is my own account. I'm leaving it at now, but you could come here and edit it to what you want, how you want it to appear in your certificate. It's very important we do that. So we don't issue certificate to you with a name that you might not be able to present. After you must have done that, you save and leave the profile. Then, of course, there are other uses of this profile, which I need us to also take note of. The profile gives you your analytics, as in it shows how the progress of how you've been, the video you've watched and all the activities that you've carried out while you are, participating in this MOOC. Let's just wait for it to complete, then I'll show us. Okay, good, thank you. All right. So if you've edited it, it comes out with the name you've edited. I'm an instructor, so my view might be quite different from the way the students will see it. But of course, here you have what you've edited here, and you can go back to your course page and continue. Someone asked a question. With the permission of Prof, someone asked a question on how to share his OER. I actually took note of that. On how to share OER. And I might just, Okay, I have something. Okay, good. For sharing your OER, you could come to OER Commons. As you can see here, OER Commons. Now, when I was taking us through finding OER and all, you can find your OER here, and you can also create your OER here. So if you need to share your OER, you are looking for where to upload it, probably you don't have a repository in your institution, and you need to share your OER, you could come to OER Commons. Here you have the button here, add OER. It gives you, if you want to add your OER, if you're an author, you can create your resource here, or you can add the link. Adding the link here is probably you have your OER from your repository in your institution, you can add the link here. But if you want to create your own OER, you can also come here and create your own OER. Now, the good thing about it is that after you created it, you share the link with your students. So I would advise that we come here and play around with it. We can use our assignment that we've done, just come here and try and paste it here and share with your colleagues or in the forum for people to see. I'm sorry, I'm having a network issues here. It's never been this bad. I don't know, maybe because I'm sharing my screen. Then for Dr. Akiemi, Dr. Akiemi asked a question on, I promised I was going to create a video on where to find OER. I recall that in that last live session, I made mention of Melot. Melot is actually where you can actually go to and you will find your OER. Why I didn't really remember on shooting the video, because I recall that I actually showed us how to do that in finding OER, how to find OERs. There's a video already on that, on finding OER, where we searched OER using OER Commons and also Melot. And I'm sure if we go through that video, so most of those links on how to search videos, if we visit those sites, we could actually find those materials that we are looking for. I recalled you said something about mathematics. And in Melot, there are quite a number of materials on OER on mathematics, which do different types, the ones you can use for commercial and so on. So you could also go there and search for the exact material you are looking for. I just want to show us something in our profile. Now, this profile keeps the track record of, okay, good. Now, progress summary. This actually indicates whether you will get a certificate of competence or participation. Now, this is me as an instructor. Now, it keeps track of all your activities, your video watched, video watching, probably you are not done watching, audio access, there's no audio, then slides, downloads, topic created in your forum, and your comments. It is very important we go through this progress summary before we start processing for certification. So by doing this, you are sure of your activities on this MOOC platform. And if that's not enough, it also shows you, gives you a detail of, it gives you a detail of all your progress. Like for instance, what you will learn, I've only watched 80% of it. Introduction to OER, the practical, no progress, 0%, and so on. So if you go through your profile, you could actually keep track of your own progress. Then you know what you need to do to actually earn a certificate of competency. or participation, as the case may be. So this profile page actually helps you. It helps you to keep track of all your activity. And I advise us to actually come here to, to finish up. We still have tomorrow to Sunday to actually catch up with whatever activities that we've not done and we need to meet up. Okay, so I have Mrs. Olubumi Bidemi. You can unmute yourself.
Mr. Okafor, before you move, there is a question you have not attended. I don't know if you have attended to it. Somebody asked a question today on OER2. Dr. Osai, please, has it been attended to? Dr. Blessing Osai. The question she asked that I told you to take note of. She said she was finding it difficult to find OER or her work or something. I am not
okay, okay, sorry. She said how to download videos. Okay, fine. Yeah, I remember. Like she wants to download videos for her students. Okay, fine. The videos downloads, now there are tools to download videos from the net. And probably that's what I will share with us. Now, most of our videos on this MOOC is actually uploaded on YouTube. And what we can share with you is the link to those videos, which Professor Juliet has actually shared to us. But if you feel like you still need to download the videos and have them locally on your system or on your phone, there's a site.
I didn't hear you well. I don't know if others heard you. Did you hear him properly?
Yes, I can hear him.
Yes.
Okay, continue. Maybe it's my own network.
Okay, fine.
No, I didn't hear him properly.
Okay, I said, I'll repeat myself. I said for the videos, if you need to download videos, not every site permits video download. They prefer you to stream. Like for YouTube, for instance, you stream, you watch the videos online. You can share the links, but there are tools which you can use to download this video. It's a site, and all you need to do in that site is to copy the link of the video and paste it on that site. The site is safe from net. I opened it somewhere. Yeah, this is it here. Savefromnet.com. Savefrom.net.
We are not seeing it. We are not seeing it. You have to unshare and reshare again. What we are seeing is the profile on the screen.
Now
we can see now. It has come up.
Okay, fine. So this is the site, savefrom.net.
Okay.
I will paste the link on the forum, and I can also still send it to us via mail. Now, this site, all you need to do is to go to the YouTube channel or the YouTube video you want to download. You copy and paste the link here. I don't have any now. It's just that the network is quite slow. I would have wanted to show us that. So just go to this site, you copy the link just the same way it is here. You copy it and you paste the YouTube link. As you can see, I have some YouTube links here already. You copy the YouTube links here, then you click on download. It gives you option of downloading the videos and audios, depending on what exactly you need the content for. So this is just one of it. They have other ones too, but you need to be careful with the sites you go to, because some of those sites has they are not well trusted. Even this particular site has a lot of advert and all of that, and it might be harmful to your system if you don't have a good antivirus, but this is the one I use, and so far it has been okay. Okay, as you can see, this is the video. This is a YouTube video to be downloaded, and you click on download, and the download starts. So you have it locally on your system, and you can share it, use it for whatever means you want to use it for. So that's it. Any other question? Prof?
The person that asked the question, has that answered what you wanted? Okay, maybe she's not there.
Maybe she's not on
no,
again.
thank you, ma. I'm grateful you answered the question, ma.
Okay, the
Hello,
question is answered. Okay, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, ma.
Thank you.
Okay.
Prof, please, I have a question.
Please,
My
if
hand
we
has
have,
been up.
please, let's be orderly. Please, if we have answered your question, can you lower your hand? Because when you raise hand, it is better to identify. If we have answered your question, please go back to where you raise your hand, click on lower hand, so I will know those people that have questions. Please lower your hands.
Okay, mine has not been answered, please. I've not.
We don't know who is speaking now. You are not. We don't know who is speaking.
Okay,
Fatima.
I am Dr. Fatima Kabir. Yes, Dr. Fatima Kabir speaking, Prof.
Go on, please.
Can I go ahead? Okay, thank you so much, Prof. Yeah,
go
that
ahead.
has been wonderful. And actually, I also participated in the first MOOC, the one on media, I think media. So it was very interesting. But one thing I want to...
Okay, media information literacy.
Media information literacy. And I want to congratulate NOUN for this MOOCs, you know, that they have been hosting. I think it's high time we have our own locally, not only the foreign ones. I would like to make a suggestion, please.
Okay.
The first time I attended the MOOC, on the media one, I think I was a bit, I couldn't beat the deadline with a few days. But then when I came back to complete my activities, I noticed it was, you know, the MOOC had closed. So I would like to suggest, as it's done with other, you know, foreign MOOCs that I have attended, a lot of them, they usually give an extension of about a week or so for activities that have not been completed to be completed. So that was maybe after the 4 weeks, just give an extra week as an extension for people to complete the activities. We all know how busy we could be, you know, as educationists and professionals. So this extension will go a long way, and to know that you have a few days to come in and complete what you want to complete and again on the certificate. Thank you so much. And we really appreciate what you have done, Prof. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fatima. What you have said, yes, it is doable, but in this instance, we are a little bit constrained. The reason being that if you look at it, we are not hosting it alone. We are hosting it with Commonwealth of Learning. And Commonwealth of Learning, they've already started advertising the next MOOC. Okay. That is starting May something, I don't know now. If it is just now alone, and we don't have any other thing coming up in between, why not? Would have been able to extend it. So right now, I will not be able to give you a promise because we are not working alone. We are working with Commonwealth of Learning Co. So it's something that we need to, I can't give you a promise on that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think it's something that you can look at in future moves. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Let me add to it, Prof. The issue of giving additional time actually
wannan matsalar ba ta nuna wani abu wanda ya shafi ma wireless balantana in nuna ma abin da in ka gani zai nuna maka cewa tabbas babu shi ne wireless ne yake magana ga.
Okay, Mr. Okafo, are you done?
Please, I have a question.
Please, let's hold on with our question first. Mr. Okafo, are you done? Mr. Okafo. I wouldn't know, maybe the internet.
I'm sorry. Hello. I was muted.
Are you done?
I'm done. If there's no other question, ma'am.
I have a question.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear her.
Are you done?
I said I'm done if I don't have any other question.
Thank you. Thank you
I still have a question.
For coming on board. So what we're going to do right now, because the time is already past And I still have other things. Because today is the last day, we'll just give attention to 5 more questions. Please, let's not be unmuting and be talking at the background now. Please, please, since today is the last day, we're going to give attention to another 5 questions, because the other things I thought we would have done, I'm shelving it because of time. And since people have more questions, I feel we can give the next 10 minutes to questions and answers. So please, I want to call again. If we have already attended to your questions, please can you lower your hand so that we give attention to those that want to ask questions. If your hand is raised, it means you want to ask questions. If not, please lower your hand, please.
Mine is not a question. I want to make.
You just hold on, sir. If it is an input, just so that we go step by step and we move on. If it is a comment, sir.
Yes.
If it's a comment, sir, hold on. I will give room for comments.
Okay, ma.
If you are not asking question, please lower your hand. I will just call 5 people, and after that, we'll go to comment. After comment, we close. So on this, I want to recognize this person, Olamide, number 1. I think Akiyemi, your question has been responded to. Ebenezer, we've given you time before. After Olamide, we'll go to Odaudu. Odaudu, number 2. Then we go to Uwamaka Angela, number 3. Then we go to Mustafa Bolaji. I think that person has asked question. We go to Onyebuchi, number 4. Then we go to Regina Elia, number 5. So number 1, please, you have the floor now.
Thank you, Prof. Olamide on the line. I want to appreciate all the efforts. I've learned so much from this program. In writing my content, I got OER, but writing the link into my content, I clicked on it myself. It didn't go anywhere. So I just was wondering, how will my students get through if I didn't get through? My computer just said it won't take me anywhere, and I was online. So I'm wondering, what exactly should I have done? I got the link.
A quick one, Dr. Olamide, what did you do? Tell us what you did.
I got an OER. I copied the link and I included it in my content.
How did you include it in your content? That is what
I just copied the URL and I just.
So what I will advise, go and try the method I use for you now and see whether it will not work. Because you just copied, if it is not well integrated, you won't see it and the students will not see it. So try the method I use for you now. Thank you. The second person.
Yes, thank you, Prof. Good afternoon. And thank you, Dr. Oke. This is a very
Is there any network problem? I'm not hearing him again. Hello? Okay, the third person should speak, please. The third person.
Thank you very much, Prof. Dr. Angela Wankama is talking now. Please, my own, I want you to lay more emphasis on how to embed a link on our OER.
Okay, thank you. We have already explained it. This video, what we are doing now, we are recording it. What I will advise, once you get the recorded version, play it back again. You can pause and follow it, and that will help us through. Thank you. Okay,
I hope it will come out
well. Thank you, Prof. Hello. Hello,
You have
Prof.
the first person, please.
Hello, Prof. Good afternoon. Thank you very much, and thank you. Okay. I was going to ask if we can have a video clip of this session so that we can play back again, and then for some of us who, for reasons of network, couldn't get you, when you were trying to integrate and all of that, so that we can play back again then and then be able to do that on our own subsequently.
And that is what I just responded to. When we are done, the link will be on our course page. If you look through the course page, there is a live video section created there. And we'll still send it to your emails. Mr. Okafor will do that for us. You will see it, but you can go there. And when you click on it, there is always a password. Because there's always a password attached to it. You copy the password, you put it, because it's coming from Zoom. You put it there, and from there you can download. And when you download all the text, you can see it, all these charts, you will see it, but it will give you 3 files. So you can do that. Thank you. The final person on this.
Yes,
the fifth.
Thank you very much.
This number
Prof.
4. It's supposed to be number
Hello.
4.
I am number 5.
I am number 4. Thank you.
Okay, let the number 5 speak, because one person didn't let the number 5 speak, please.
Prof,
let the number 5 speak now. It will come back to you. Please, what is the name, Regina?
Thank you very much, Prof. I quite appreciate what has been done here. My question is on assignment. I tried to submit severally and it was giving me problems. Before we started this course, Mr. Okafor's email was put on, and we were told that each time you have a problem, you have to call on him. Severally, I sent a mail to him, and amongst all the mails I sent, it's only one that was replied to. When you need an immediate help, it's not there. So I don't know if I can resubmit my assignment.
You can resubmit, ma, and he just put, maybe the thing went to the spam, and he didn't see that. I can tell you categorically it's not deliberate. So sorry about that. Maybe it went into spam. And when mail goes into spam, you don't see it, you may not be able to respond. But now he has re-explained again what we need to do. So please take your time to walk through it and resubmit. And if you still have any issue, please send mail to him. Thank you. Okay, the final person, the number 4.
Thank you, Prof. This is Onyebuchukwu from Ibadan University, Okada in Edo State. Just like as I said on the forum platform, you guys are fantastic educators and teachers. I quite appreciate it. No amount of certificate would be equal to the knowledge you have impacted in so many of us teachers. My question here is on the submission of assignment, please. Can one upload 2 files at the same time? Possibly if during this assignment, we follow the format given to us. But if one has another attachment, possibly on the content development, can one upload the 2 files together and submit? Thank you.
Mr. Okafor, please, can you respond to that?
Okay, sorry, I'm muted. All right. For submission of 2 files, you cannot submit 2 files. You cannot submit 2 files. That's why you can only submit 1 file. Now, if you want to submit more than 1 file, if you want to submit more than 1 file, you upload them
together
before submitting.
Okay.
But the moment you've submitted.
Okay, sir.
But if you've not submitted, you can, because if you recall, I uploaded the file. I can either click on submit or save assignment.
Yes, sir.
So you can upload those files before. So make sure you are sure of what you want to submit. But the moment you've submitted.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for this section. I think we have come to the end of questions and answers. Please, can we all lower our hands? Now I call on comments. Those people that have comments to make. If you have any comments.
I have a comment.
I don't want verbal. Please, let's lower our hands, please, so that we can now take comments, please. Please, Kiyemi, please, can you lower your hand? Regina, Ella, can you lower your hand? Ngozi Blessing, except you have comments. Now, for those that have comments, I'm going to call on you. First, I'm calling on, raise your hand, please. I'm working with hand raised, please. Now, I'm going to call on 5 people, and after those 5, we'll wrap up the class. I'll call on Dr. Stud, followed by number 2 will be Professor Taiwo. Number 3 will be Yusuf. Number 4 is Adigu. And number 5, I call on Habib. Number 1, please.
Thank you, Prof. I'm from India, Dr. Nijasud. I'm working in Indira Gandhi National Open University. I felt the course was really very informative and time was quite adequate to do. Although a little bit constrained with the job coming up and doing the assignments, but I felt it was so interesting. Although I was so tired and traveling and coming back at 7, 8 o'clock at night, but it was really, I learned a lot even as a teacher. It was really very helpful, and I think it will be very helpful for me now planning my own program also. The way you have given the lesson plan concept and integrating the OER, that was really very useful. I appreciate your effort, and today the way you have taken the session on clearing the doubts, it is a lesson for us also as a teachers, that how we can clarify the doubts and how we can make our students understand certain things. Thank you so much for your efforts.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Number 2.
Thank you very much, dear Prof. I want to say a very big thank to you. I'm from Ashivas University of Ondo State. Sincerely yours. This training has actually met my desire and yearning to improve my skill in online training and teaching. In fact, in the period of these 4 weeks, the mode of delivery of your lectures by our facilitators had been so fantastic, and the skill I've acquired from even your mode of teaching, not to talk about the OER applications, has been fantastic. And the last 4 weeks, I've applied the same in teaching and transferring information to my students. I want to say a very big thank to National Open University for this opportunity. And as I saw the link and as we started, I promoted it to invite quite a number of people to join this scheme because I found the scheme very useful. Thank you very much, Prof and facilitator.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. The 3rd person.
Thank you very much, Prof. I'm very grateful, and really I have to commend your team under your leadership. You've really done a very wonderful job. To be sincere, you facilitated it successfully, and the effort of Mr. Okafo is really also very appreciated. You've done a very wonderful job. May God bless you all, and more grace to the elbow of now and to the Commonwealth, which collaborated with you. So my comment. Thank you very much. We look forward towards more of such. Thank you very much. Thank you.
One is already loading from Commonwealth of Learning on how to carry out online assessments. Maybe what will happen is that we'll send the link to you so that you can circulate it. One is already on. That will be starting email very soon. Okay, thank you. The 4th person, please.
Thank you so much. This is Dr. Adigun from Lautech Ogbomoso. I want to commend our professor and Mr. Okafo for taking us through this exercise in the last 4 weeks. I want to say it's a wonderful experience. Having said that, I noticed there are some itches in some of the quiz. Are you with me, ma?
Yes, we are with you. We are with you.
Some of the quiz questions, I want, in the subsequent one, I want us to be very clear about some of the questions. Some of the questions in the quizzes, the weekly quizzes are a bit ambiguous. So you don't really get exactly what the question is trying to ask you. And in a particular question in week 4, the answers, there are 2 answers that are the same, that are correct, if you check it very well.
Yes, we observed it. We are sorry about that. It was corrected. That was question that has to do with, is it To Share Oer? Now try to remember.
Yes,
question 10. Yes. Question 10. Am I right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Sorry about that.
So I'm just saying, no, having said that, it's still a commendable thing. So thank you so much to now and the Commonwealth of Learning. It's a wonderful experience.
I promise you it has been corrected. It will not affect your score. So sorry about that. Okay. The last, I think we're in number 5 now, if I'm right. Number 5, please.
Yeah, it's good afternoon once again. Someone suggested about developing or establishing an organization of community of practice. I don't know if now can initiate a kind of association that is concerned with development and integration of online course development, implementation, and programming. I think if we do not have it at the local level, I think it is time that now takes the lead and put up a kind of association that online programming or programmers are going to form themselves into a kind of community of practice or an association that they can belong to. I think somebody suggested, I'm just trying to re-echo what the gentleman has said. And for all the programming is well done. Just there are hitches here and there, but time goes on, I think you will improve on it. Especially, this is a kind of global interaction. It's not only Nigerians. So I think there is need for improvement on the diction, pronunciation of some of the key concepts that the presenters do use. Sometimes too local for such internationalized program. Thank you, well done.
Okay, thank you so much. On the provided the community of practice, what could happen there? We'll have a discussion. We have now a particular directorate that is dedicated to promoting learning at the Commonwealth level, and it's called Retrido. And a lot of us have trained under that directorate. So we'll present it to them. If it is something they could pick up, they will pick it up from there, because through that directorate, a lot of universities in Nigeria have been trained on open and distance learning. So I think with this, we've come to the end of, so if we have other comments, please put it in the chat. We will read it. And at this level, I want to thank everyone for subscribing to this particular training. We really appreciate you, myself and my colleague. We appreciate you for subscribing to this training, because without you, we won't be able to fulfill the goal that Commonwealth and now wants to achieve. And all the comments you have made, we've taken notice of them. We will look through all of them. And again, for it to be well lauded, please let's fill the questionnaire, because that is where we can really laud it. Once the questionnaires are filled up, they'll be able to thank you. For the one you filled in the pre-survey, we worked with it. So we are looking now for the end of course survey. So I do hope that you attend to that. Then in completing your assignment, if you have any issues, please contact us. We will still guide you to complete your assignment. Having said this, I want to say we enjoyed working with you, having you around us, and we look forward to seeing more of you in the next MOOC. Thank you and bye.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you
Thank you very
so
much.
much.
Bye.
You guys have so fantastic.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much, Prof.
Guys,
Thank
I'll
you so
see
much.
you.
God bless you.
Wonderful.
God
Thank
bless
you for
you.
this powerful
Have a
leadership.
wonderful
Thank you so much.
weekend,
We
ma.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you very much. We
Bye.
appreciate you.
Hope to see
Yeah.
more of you instead of
Bye.